the spirit of the sport, exemplify sportsmanship, inspire their teammates, their coaches, and have shown the ability to overcome obstacles and barriers. Before we announce the award winners, we'd like to show you a short video documentary that took place for the first Spirit of the Game Award recipients, and it threw those people into the national spotlight back in 2009. Just prior to this awards banquet that year, we received a call from CBS Sports who said that they were sending a production crew to our banquet and to our All-Star games to cover the Spirit of the Game Award, and that they were going to show that video during the Final Four pregame in 2009. That year, the viewership was around 50 million. So enjoy this brief video.
February 15th, 2006. 4-9 team left in the game. Coach points his finger at me. I jump on the court. The fans were all wild. Took the first shot from the right corner. Airball. Terrible shot. 3:29 left. And everyone in the crowd's like trying to make the clock get slower. Then, with 3:12 left, first shot went in. Then the second shot went in. And the third shot went in. And then I made 3 more in a row. And when I hit that last shot with 3 seconds to go, it was like we won the national championship. Greatest day of my life. It was like a scene out of a movie. I work at Wegmans Food Markets, store number 64. I work in the bakery department. I bake bread, muffins, donuts, whatever. We try to make customers happy.
Rochester, New York's Jason McKelvin is a young man who refuses to be defined by other people's expectations.
His celebrity status hasn't gone to his head. I mean, there's weekends he goes to Boston to play golf with Doug Flutie, and he's right back here Monday, just as happy to be here. Yeah, I'm here to make bread today, I'm ready to go.
No, fame has not changed J-Mac. The former team manager is back on the sidelines, doing what he loves best. Today, he's an assistant coach for a Trojan squad chasing a championship.
Get back! Get back! Get back! Get back!
He's just so into our basketball program, and I think the kids acknowledge him as a really special part of the history of our basketball program.
Shoot the ball with confidence. Let's go! I always wanted to get into coaching. It's one of the greatest things to be a part of. Come on! Come on! It's great to teach them fundamentals, and when they listen to you and then they go out and do it, puts a smile on my face. You guys want this championship or what? My wife's really busy now. Team on 3! 1, 2, 3, team! It's great. Like, you go from an ordinary kid to actually trying to inspire others. It's amazing.
I don't think I've ever met anybody that loves something as much as my brother loves sports.
I think that Josh loves sports because it is that thing that it's straightforward.
Since he hit high school, he's always been very, very happy, very upbeat. Full of energy and full of life. Nothing holds him down.
To know Patrick is to love Patrick. He's one of the most proud individuals I've seen. Loves basketball. He's been around the game all his life.
Boy, he knows what he's doing out there. He pretty much handles his own.
A reminder to Big Brothers Big Sisters that the Bowling for Kids Sake fundraiser is in 2 weeks.
In Maine, 2 other Hoops crazy seniors, Josh Titus of Edward Little High and Greeley's Patrick Thibodeau, are also shaping their identities through basketball. They share a passion for the game and the responsibility of being varsity team managers. In high school gyms just 20 miles apart, Josh and Patrick, unknown to each other, were pushing their classmates and dreaming of playing for the varsity. The odds were against them, but that was nothing new for these 2 extraordinary teenagers.
Joshua is autistic. A lot of people have tried to describe what autism really is. I don't know if anybody really knows the exact definition of it.
He didn't hug and hold, and I got my first kiss at 4 years old. Usually kids will at least kiss their mother.
Well, Patrick was born shortly after birth, and my husband told me that he had Down syndrome. So I said, well, is he going to die? And he said, no. I said, well, fine then. He's all set. We're very fortunate to have Patrick as high-functioning as he is, because I know a lot of parents don't get that opportunity. We are so blessed.
I don't know when we started getting ahead, but he's functioning. He does very well. You know, what more can I say? It took a whole community, coaches, teachers, community to raise a kid like Josh.
It worked out too. I'm thinking national title game will be Louisville and UNC.
Josh is just like so full of energy and so proud of who he is and proud of his school and the community and the team.
Josh is a normal kid. Josh is as normal as it gets around here.
He loves being around basketball. He loves being around us, and I mean, he's got some skill. I mean.
These kids have known Patrick since they started school.
Pat's been my friend since kindergarten.
He's been with us forever, so he's like one of the guys. We don't treat him any different because we don't think he's any different.
They just love the game and they love the team. And so often that's not rewarded in this world, but occasionally it is.
And when that elusive reward comes, it is a product of commitment, willpower, and desire. Common characteristics of the human spirit ingrained in all of us. Ones demonstrated so joyously by J-Mac on his inspiring night of three-point pandemonium. His wildest dream come true. A template to which others could aspire.
There's a lot of kids around the world that work so hard and they don't get their shot. If you don't dream it, you can't become it.
The Jason McCowan story, when it first happened, we came into school the next day and the first thing we said to each other was, Josh Titus.
Coach got us around before practice and was like, what do you guys think about Josh actually getting in the game?
To have his manager get in the game?
Everyone was like, oh, it's a great idea.
So we were excited about the possibility of putting him in.
We had talked about the idea of getting Patrick in the last game of the year.
You know, you always wonder, will he get a chance to play? Will he get a chance to do the same thing Jason did? Oh yeah, we thought of that quite a bit.
Even like at the worst moments of our season, he always made us laugh, brought our morale up. He deserves this opportunity.
We're gonna play Patrick because it's the senior year and he's always wanted to play.
By a quirk of fate, these two dedicated team managers would get their shot to play on the same February night. But Patrick's focus changed dramatically when his biggest fan was suddenly stricken by illness.
I got a phone call telling me that my husband was rushed to the hospital. We found out that he had had a stroke.
I had been in the hospital talking to him. We had talked about Patrick starting, so Perry knew what was going to happen. And I said, I hope you can be there. But the doctors were really reluctant to let him leave the hospital.
I had to get him to understand that his life was more important at this point, that he would get to see Patrick through a DVD, but that just was not good enough.
I was telling the doctors, I'm going to this game. I don't care what you say. I don't care what my level is. I'm gone. I'm there.
Josh saw Jason in 2006 and kind of wanted to be like him.
I knew about Jason, and I remember very distinctly saying, Patrick, that'll be you someday.
This game was going to be Patrick's game. And to be Patrick's game, he kind of had to start.
Oh my gosh, he's starting. Wow.
The situation for this was really perfect.
He said, when the moment's right, he'll put Josh in.
We didn't know what was going to happen, as you never know with high school athletics.
We thought he was just going to warm up with us, and it was going to be cool if he did that.
I had no idea he was going to play.
Oh, I was nervous. I was nervous.
It was the fear, like, what is this crowd going to be like?
You're always worried in this kind of setting, what's going to happen.
He wanted to get on the floor, put the uniform on, and run up and down the floor. And he did that. He did pretty well.
I kind of wanted to hit some shots so I could remember this moment forever, but I knew just stepping out there on the court was going to be special for him.
He tried his darndest.
Please, in the time that you're out there, please make the shot.
Okay, shoot. Shoot the ball. Moment went in.
Made that basket. This is so cool. I just want it to happen and just to live that moment time and time again.
The crowd was going nuts the entire game.
The crowd, to their delight, was chanting for this to happen.
That's when the chant started. Titus, Titus.
Titus, 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 Titus. Over and over and over again.
We were much the fans decided.
They were trying to convince Mr. Adams to put me in.
I don't think we really had any choice.
You knew in his eyes that he was determined to score.
He shot 3. He had hissed it out and the rim bounces straight up.
Got the rebound in the lane, went back up, finished it. He was sick.
At least we got something now. We don't have to worry about embarrassing himself. We get the shot.
And then he just caught fire. He kept shooting and he kept making it.
It was so overwhelming.
And I know I was probably 6 inches off the ground.
It was earth-shattering.
We had a substantial lead, and I thought, you know, why not?
Everybody in the crowd was like, Patty, Patty. So coach looked at him and was like, the crowd's chanting your name. You gotta go step up again.
Now it's like, oh my goodness, he's going in again.
I put Patrick back in, and the rest is history.
I knew they were going to try to get him to shoot.
And watching his teammates fighting so hard to get the ball to him.
You couldn't even draw it up better than that. Him hitting a shot at the buzzer.
It's wonderful. It's like, wow, something happened.
I started crying. I started crying. I don't cry. Ask my wife. I don't cry. I mean, he was being picked up by his friends. It was fantastic. Remember they picked you up? How did you feel?
I thought I could cry.
You mean you were gonna cry?
Yeah.
You were.
I'm so glad that he got to play. That really means a lot.
He was so proud to be part of the team. It didn't matter if he played or not. He was balling. He was so proud. And his mother started balling, and then I started balling.
It was a memory I would never forget.
He was very emotional. I was so pleased for him. I can't do this.
At season's end, Maine's MacDonald's All-Star Banquet recognized the accomplishments of 2 very special athletes.
Josh Titus and Patrick Thibodeau.
And on hand to present their Spirit of the Game Award, a surprise guest of honor.
Jason McElwain.
I knew something like this will happen again. Somebody else didn't do it. Somebody else got the same moment. Patrick and Jim. I got.
Next day at the All-Star Game, Josh and Patrick were opposing team managers, joined for the occasion by perhaps the most famous varsity team manager of them all. Oh, and by the way, that championship J-Max Trojans were gunning for, they won. All they needed was a little inspiration.
I hope that people can accept people with disabilities. They can help inspire others.
People with special needs do have an opportunity to make a difference in life.
You just gotta give him a chance.
I think it just proves that you can be successful and make a difference, no matter who you are or what you're doing in life.
Anybody can do anything that they want, and these 3 show that that's true. All it takes is one shot.
Gives us a little broader perspective on all of this athletic stuff that we do. At this time, I would ask Marty Ekman, Maine McDonald's owner-operator, and Rand O'Leary, the president of Eastern Maine Medical Center, to please come forward to present this year's Spirit of the Game Awards.
Rand is joining us here from Eastern Maine Medical Center for the first time as they come on as a sponsor, and we really appreciate it. It's hard to believe that we'll presenting the 12th annual Maine MacDonalds Spirit of the Game Awards. This award is very special to all of us. In 2009, 2 recipients received this award: Patrick Thibodeau and Josh Titus. In 2010, we began 2 new traditions. The first was to rename the award in honor of these first 2 recipients, one being the Joshua Titus Spirit of the Game Award, and the other being the Patrick Thibodeau Spirit of the Game Award. The second tradition started is each recipient receives a $500 Spirit Scholarship. At this time, I'd like to recognize one of the 2009 Spirit of Game Award recipients, Patrick Thibodeau. He's here. Patrick, who then, as now, embodies what this award truly represents. He continues to impact so many people in such positive ways. He continues to participate on game day, motivating the players and helping out in any way that he can. Patrick, along with his family, Patricia and Perry, they're sitting over here. I was asked them to stand, and Patrick's already up here with us. Our other original Spirit of the Game Award winner, Joshua Titus, would talk about All-Star Weekend for weeks leading up to the event. There was no weekend that Josh looked forward to more. He loved seeing his Edward Little coach and the All-Stars, as well as enjoying the games on Saturday. 4 years ago, less than a month after presenting the award named in his honor at this banquet, Josh lost a brief and brave fight with cancer. Tonight, Joshua is here with us in spirit. He was an all-star in life in so many ways, and his light continues to shine and be an inspiration to all who knew him. I want to recognize the Titus family who are here with us tonight. Andy and Caroline, will you please stand? Now my honor to recognize tonight's Spirit of the Game Award recipients. The Patrick Thibodeau Spirit of the Game Award is going to Jacob Whitehouse. As Andrew Gulas, the captain of the Schenck boys basketball team, shared, when I think of a super fan, I think of someone who is completely dedicated to their team. Throughout my 3 years at Schenck, Jake has not missed a single basketball game and has recorded and uploaded every game to his YouTube channel. Andrew further shared, when you listen to these recordings, you can hear the emotion and the love in Jake's voice the entire game as he cheers very loudly for his peers. As an outstanding and talented videographer, Jacob has overcome many personal obstacles so he can support all of the other boys and girls sports as their biggest fan and attend all of the home games, home and away games, and he uploads them all. Because of Jacob's school spirit is so commendable, we honor him with the 2020 Spirit of the Game Award, the Patrick Thibodeau Spirit of the Game Award. So I want to congratulate Jacob, and he's already visited us up here. is going to Aiden Sirwa. Aiden is a senior at the Fort Kent Community High School and is a team manager for the boys basketball team. When you meet Aiden, it is clear that he does not give in to any physical limitations and is such an inspiration to his teammates as well as to all that meet him. Aiden is involved as a play-by-play announcer for soccer games, helps in any way he can behind the scenes, and for the past 4 years has been an honor roll student. As Eden Parody, as senior captain, shares, Aiden is someone who will always be there to cheer you up and to keep you updated on your stats. He knows the ins and outs of all the sports, and his presence is always known. He is a true warrior and leader. And we want to congratulate Aiden Sirwa, and please come to the stage.